haters. When my page was blowing up, there were a lot of them. Less now, still a good amount. But I always used to like make jokes about their mom, and then I was like, shit, they're really nasty things to me, and I say something about their mom, and then they're like, I was like, man, my parents, they're like yelling at me, like, you gotta stop. Like, these people are gonna kill you. Like, they're gonna, like, some people are psychotic. Like, they're gonna come find you. I'm like, yeah, maybe I should stop talking about their moms.
All right, so welcome to the Brighter Side Podcast. Today I have Nikki Frizz.
What's up?
You may know Nikki from TikTok, Instagram. You may see him hanging off roofs, hanging Christmas lights here in Naples. He's actually one of my biggest competitors in Christmas lights, and I'd say he's more of a friend. We've gotten to know each other really well, and he's one of the funniest guys on TikTok and Instagram, in my opinion, and especially here in Naples. So what's up, man? How's it going?
I am pumped to be here. It's Corey's first podcast. He's been asking me for weeks. We've been setting up weeks, and I'm excited to be here.
Yeah. So first episode, super like kind of excited and nervous to get rolling, but I'm really excited to have you in. So like, what you think, man? What the studio?
So this is Corey's first podcast, but this is my first podcast too. I get asked a lot, but I don't have time. Being that I have 3 girls, all that fun stuff. So Corey's been asking. I was like, you know what? You're in Naples. Let's do it. I almost canceled, right? Almost canceled, but we're here. We're doing it.
But yeah, some family issues came up, which were more important, but it was like secretly, I was like, man, I was so excited to get rolling, but obviously things happen. And,
yeah.
It is what it is. But so tell everybody a little bit about who Nikki Frizzone, Nikki Frizz. Tell us a little bit in your own words, like who you are and what you're all about.
So I come from an Italian background, as most of you guys know who follow me. I'm just little Nicky. I was always the shortest one, huge glasses, big nerd, into sports. And then growing up, crazy Italian family, again, like you guys know, but it was always, everyone said, family, friends, coming to the house for Sunday dinners, coming to the house for Christmas Eve. It was like, you guys need a show. You guys need a show. And then Vine came out, I was little, but I tried. And then COVID hit and I brought out the camera. I put a big head on my mom and I recorded. I woke up the next morning, 100 texts. Your video was in the Cosmopolitan? My videos were in the Cosmopolitan was posting my videos. I'm cracking. I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I just kept going with it with this big head filter. I'm not even the star. It was really mom. Mom's the star. Everyone loves mom. I've gained a little traction. People start to like me. I'm really nice. I'm not like the videos. I just torture my mom because that's our dynamic. That's our dynamic. So, it just blew up, and I have fun with it as I've found different themes. I'm a dad of three little girls, which take up a lot of my time. And so I've rolled into parenting life with my content. My favorite is reporting hurricanes.
Yeah, because you've been on the news, like Wink News, several times.
I am the best news reporter. Like no one's better.
So, but you've done like what other news stations? Because you've done some big ones, like
Fox News only. I've been on, I think 2 or 3 times now.
And
or 4 times.
Now, so how does that process work? Do they contact you, or do you have like they just know like hurricane season? You're like in their Rolodex or something?
I don't know, but like the first one came, the first hurricane where it was bad. I think it was Ian, right? It was
Ian.
And I just started reporting the weather, not even planning it. I just went out there.
Just giving people updates.
We're doing a weather report.
Yeah.
And it just took off. And then we lost internet. People thought I died.
Yeah.
And then I was like, no. We just have no internet. It's Marco Island.
Yeah. It's the weirdest thing, like in a hurricane, because Ian was my first hurricane because I moved down here 4 years ago. Yeah. So Ian was my first one. So I didn't know, coming from Kansas, like, you kind of tornadoes. It's totally different, but kind of the same. But it's the weirdest thing when I'm like talking to my sister in Kansas City, and she's giving me the weather report because everything's dead here. She's like, oh yeah, it's moving into Fort Myers and the beach looks like this. And they're watching videos from the news of what's going on. You're like peeking out your shutters and stuff. And you're like, I don't know. It's like, it's the weirdest feeling.
No, it's crazy. But yeah, I remember Fox News actually was in my inbox, in my email. Like, do you want to be on with Neil Cavuto? was like, yeah, I want to be on. I want to be on the news.
That's dope.
And so we went on twice. And then when the hurricane last year, Stinky Milton, remember Stinky
Yeah,
Milton?
yeah.
When that hurricane came,
Yeah.
I was like, all right, we're going to get on the news again. So sure enough, I started making a couple of videos. They were in my inbox.
I remember that. And I remember the video when you were like,
yeah. And they're like,
tune into Fox News. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah. And they're like, you know, I'm fun. I like to have fun. They're like, okay, we want you to be in the office, you know, doing an interview in the office on Fox News. Like, no,
Yeah.
I'm going to be in the elements. I want to be out there.
Yeah.
I want to be out in the
that's what's
elements
funny about it. It's, so like, I want to touch some more on your social media, but I wanted to say like, so you and me met online, I think like messaging each other about Christmas lights. When I moved down here, I was asking a lot of questions like, what do you guys do here?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you and me connected. And then I think one time I had looked you up or something. I was like, oh my gosh, this dude's got like a lot of followers. Like I suck, you know, or whatever. But that's kind of how we started. Yeah. But I want you to be able to kind of talk about your Christmas light business, and kind of how you got into Christmas lights and what, you know, what's up, and share that with, you know, just the Naples community.
Yeah. So like on TikTok, I do get a lot of hate. They're like, oh, you live off your daddy. I'm like, okay, you just don't know anything. I do work with my parents. My dad's business is me, my dad, my brother, my best friend, my aunt. It's a family business. That's my main job, like full time. And then it was 6, 7, 8 years ago. Growing up, we were always in the newspaper. Our house, Dad went all out on our childhood home.
Yeah,
and
that's
so
cool.
Me, my brother, and my dad, we would just do it up. The house was in the newspaper, like it was crazy. So then, you know, I had Natalie, and then I had Noelle, and I'm like, I gotta do my house up. So I started doing my house, and you know, Naples is an older crowd. So I did my house, and then the neighbor a couple down, he's like, hey, would you mind doing my house? I'm like, yeah, I got you. And then next neighbor, hey, can you do mine? Hey, can you do mine? 4, 5, 6, 7, it was like 10 houses. And I look at my brother, I was like, holy shit. Like, I think there's something here.
Yeah.
And it was hard because it's technically a side business, but it started that. Now we have a 3,000 square foot warehouse, multiple vehicles, multiple crews going out. And as you know, it's absolute chaos. It's not easy. It sounds fun, but it's a lot. Like,
so one thing that me and Nikki will do, is like, I know like it's always like horror stories. You're like, oh, hey, got a, you know, GFI going, or if it rains, I know we're always texting each other like, oh, because you know, when it rains, a lot of the lights will trip.
When
and
the storm's coming in, we text each other like, are you ready for this?
Yeah, just kind of like supporting each other in some ways, with Christmas lights. But it is a unique business because I think people just think like we just got our toolbox in a truck and we just show up and we're just, you know, up there smiling. And it's like, have you ever wrapped trees, Royal Palm, or have you ever been on these hot tile roofs? So like,
you learn the hard way.
What do you love about Christmas lights? And then, you know, secondly, following up, like, what do you hate doing about Christmas lights?
Yeah. So, well, my name's Nicholas. So it was like the perfect fit. Yeah. I'm St. Nicholas. And then just like I said, with the Italian family, like Christmas was like our day. It was our big Christmas Eve and Christmas. It was our big day. And I just grew up loving it so much.
Yeah.
My daughter, Natalie, after Christmas in Italian, Natal, Noelle is the middle one. So, Noel, Christmas. I named them all after Christmas. And then the third one is Luana, baby Lulu. My wife's Brazilian, and I had no choice because she got pregnant again. She said, you're out. So I was like, all right, you can have this one.
Are you guys done with kids?
Yeah, we're done. Yeah. Tubes are gone.
Done.
But yeah, no, the best is like the planning of it, I would say. I love the creativeness, like the big 9-foot nutcrackers, the 7-foot bear, like that's what I love. You know, anyone could just do like your basic roof line. It's like, I don't get excited for that, but you know, make some money. And then, the tough thing is everyone has your number. You have 200, 300 clients' houses. Just imagine it rains and 8 of them are texting you at 8, 9 p.m.
Yep.
And, you know, you have 5, 6, 7, 8 installs the next day, and then also have to go do 8 fixes. And you're trying to plan, but as you know, everything's just last minute. That's what I hate.
Yeah, right. And that I've texted you a few times like I fear the night, because what happens is that everybody's lights are on timers and they're on photocells. So here, when everybody's lights, when it gets dark, that's when everybody finds out something's not working, something's not, you know, and so all of a sudden, I mean, they don't probably mean to. I mean, I get it,
they're super
but it's like,
nice,
you're getting 8 or 10 text right before you're finally like home, settled in, you just ate dinner and you're ready to sit down, and then you're like freaking out because you're trying to figure out how am I going to fix all this and get all these other jobs done and not fall behind. And it is like,
but that's when it's good to have like a friend that's also your competitor, because you're both in it together.
Yeah.
Like you're not the only one like flipping out.
Yeah. I think a lot of people, I think a lot of people would be really intimidated to have like a competitor on. And I mean, there's like things we'll hold off on each other, but I mean, we pretty much will tell each other most things. And I mean, there's a healthy respect there, but I think there's a lot of people that are afraid to like have competitors on, or like they got something figured out that somebody else doesn't really. And I mean, I always tell people I can't put all the lights up in Naples anyway. And there's plenty to go around. And that's just Naples, not Fort Myers or Marco, and all the other surrounding areas. So that's
it's a lot. And like I'm the friendliest person ever. I could talk, I get along with everyone. So it's like when competitors reach out, I'm like, hey, what's up? How's it going? What'd you book? What'd you do?
It is.
Where'd you get your stuff from?
I'll talk to somebody else. I'll talk to somebody else and like, oh yeah, I just talked to Nikki, and I'm like, man, this guy does freaking know everybody. He's talking to everybody, and I'm starting to get to know some of the other guys around town. And honestly, it's kind of nice because I think you think everybody, you have an opinion of like all of your competitors without really getting to know them. And then you have a chance to talk and you realize like, hey man, we're all like dealing with the same thing. And some of us also kind of have our own niches, where you might do more of like the statues and like the nutcrackers. I haven't done any of those. It's not that I can't or I won't. I don't know why. This isn't my, it isn't necessarily my.
I do have the advantage though. I always say, because I have my main job and, Renata does the real estate. I'm more flexible where it's not like this is my primary source of income. So I can, like, I'm splurging on a container of fiberglass, like 9-foot nutcrackers and all those things. And I could sell them because I have, that kind of luxury to like enjoy it. Like it's got to be more difficult when like this is everything. Like, I got to provide for the family with this. And
sure.
That makes it a little more flexible.
I think, like I said, having a seasonal job. And then we do like for us, we do landscape lighting and pool cage lighting and things like that. So that's kind of what I do to keep my full-time guys. But you're right. It is, it's just a kind of a different animal.
Yeah, exactly. But it's fun. We love it though, right?
Yeah. This is about the time when we start kind of like, I think like April and May, maybe May is when I finally start saying like, okay, I'm ready for Christmas again. I start kind of getting excited for it, but like January, February and March, like I need a therapist or something. It's like I'm like completely recovering from the stress. It is a lot because it's like not only that, but you got 2 or 3 months we put these lights up and then we got to get them down in 1 month, and people want them down. Like they want them down.
Yeah, they want them down. January 2nd.
Yeah,
you get 30, 40 people. Are my lights coming down today? I'm like, guys, gotta understand. We got 300 people we gotta take down. And you're like, only do so much a day.
It's the most stressful part, and some people are like leave them up, but for the most part, for me, it's just as stressful as getting them up as getting them down. You don't want to be like people like I got a party coming on Thanksgiving, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I do not want to ruin somebody's Thanksgiving by not getting their lights up. So it's a lot of pressure.
But if you want to visit, it's elfbros.com and Corey is paradiselights.com.
Yeah. Paradise
check
Lights,
them both out. Go to our images. We both do great work. So
you can't go wrong with either one. And maybe Nikki's not on the phone and I'm available. It seems like that's how it goes. Like, oh, people will call around, and there's enough to go around. There's enough to go around. But all right, so I want to talk about going viral. So Nikki on Instagram has 22,400 followers.
Oh wow.
That's about 22,400 more than me. But
you got one follower.
I got not a lot, not a lot. And it's probably just like people that are like following me out of pity.
Yeah.
But on TikTok, 449,000 followers. That's about legit 449,000 more than I got, which I got a whole 31.
Nice. You're there.
On my TikTok. That's on my personal page, which I kind of, to my defense, just kind of started. I've got some more on my Paradise Lights, but I researched that on your TikTok, your biggest like following video was almost 10 million. But you have a bunch over 1 million on your TikTok. I'm not sure on your Instagram, but
I say TikTok and Instagram, they're two separate lives. It's like everyone I grew up with, like, high school friend, everyone's on Instagram, and it's like TikTok's like another Nikki. It's like, I
Yeah.
don't want these people seeing all this.
Yeah, right.
But it's like some of the stuff's embarrassing.
you're Slim
It's for the
Shady.
TikTok people. But then recently I'm like 33, 3 kids, you know, I'm trying to make it. I'm like, fuck it. Like I'm starting to post on Instagram. I'm starting to post reels. And then one I posted, it went for 3 million. So I was like, maybe I should start posting on Instagram some more.
Yeah.
And I don't care what anyone thinks of me. I never really did, but you know, I always tried to separate them. But now it's just like, whatever. Who cares? Judge me.
So you touched on it. Your first video, I mean, before the big head mom video was it just kind of like no traction? You just kind of were like whatever for fun, and then all of a sudden.
Exactly. It's always the ones that you're just not really thinking. Like when I first downloaded TikTok during COVID, like everyone, you know, I was just doing stupid videos of me, like trying, you know, COVID related stuff, nothing sticking. I'm like, there's got to be something. All these big turds are like going viral, and like there's got to be something. And I just didn't know what to do. And then, like I said, we were eating Sunday dinner. I whipped out the camera. First thing there was a big head filter. I don't even know. I just clicked it. It wasn't like a planned thing. Mom cursing at me, telling me stop videotaping when videotaping isn't even a thing anymore. And the next thing I knew is I woke up. I didn't even know. It just went nuts. And I'm like, this is it. Like, this is that relatable Italian content is what I need to do. And then that's what I did. And, you know, for years it went viral. You know, you got all the Italian following. And then what I noticed on TikTok, even myself, like I scroll, I know who everyone is. I don't really go and follow anyone. And I think it's harder to gain followers now because of that. It's not like the guy on a boat. Did you see the guy on a boat with his cat? He quit his corporate job and he's sailing from Oregon to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Guy's got 800,000 followers in 7 days. I have 400,000 in 5 years.
Yeah.
So it's like people want to follow something more, like a story kind of or something like that, I've learned. And then I kind of had to transition. I still do the Italian stuff, of course, but I transitioned, you know, what's relatable. Parenting's relatable.
Yeah.
Very relatable. We're exhausted and funny parenting stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, news, hurricanes.
Yeah.
Got into the hurricanes. Like, again, that wasn't planned. I'm like, these people want to see chaos.
Yeah.
They want to see destruction, these people. It intrigues them.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to give the fucking news. Like, and we did that. And that's where, when the hurricanes come, like my pages explode. Like I wake up to 50,000 followers, 60,000 followers. It explodes because people just want to see chaos. They want to see something, you know?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think you're also like, you're animated, which is funny.
Yeah.
And you do stuff like about food. I mean, I've seen like the other day, you know, you were eating some chocolate chip cookies and you're just like, you know, you're like, whatever, it is what it is, you know, and you're just like, you know, eating cookies and, but I mean, it's relatable in the sense that it's like, man, we all kind of feel like that sometimes. So
well, you've been working out.
I've been dialed in.
He's been working out. Me, I've been eating.
Dude, I've been dialed in. But here's a funny story. So this weekend, my daughter was in state track and it was in Jacksonville. So for people that don't know, from Naples to Jacksonville is about 5 hours.
Is it I thought it was like 7.
It's like, well, that was like no traffic early. So we got up Saturday, 5 a.m. and went to the track meet. There was a rain delay. We were supposed to be home by like 7 o'clock. We got home at 11 o'clock Sunday, which was Mother's Day and my birthday. So we had to get back. So I had this crazy weekend and I just wasn't like able to eat that good. You know, I wasn't able to like eat the way I have been eating, trying to lose some weight and really dialed in. And I've been really dialed in. And I called my trainer and I'm just like, hey, just kind of giving you a heads up. This kind of what happened, And this dude just rips me. And I was so mad at him at first, but he was like, is that bettering you? Is that what you want? Could you? And I mean, there's a part of it that's like so true. And then, so shout out to Matt, you know,
Matt, you gotta help me because I love the tasty treats. Oh boy.
He fired me up, but that goes into like your, you know, it's also, dude, admirable. I was having this conversation with my wife yesterday about your guys' family dinners on Sunday.
Yeah. And
I love that idea of like a tradition that you guys have. So kind of talk about, like, is that just for the cameras or is that like legit?
No, it's legit. Like growing up, it was always Sunday dinner. Everyone might catch Dipski Sundays. That's where I take the bread, the mozzarella, dip it in the sauce. So everyone wants to come over for that. I do. Chicken cutlets. Everyone wants chicken cutlets. But
you've like inspired my my Italian. Now I just got chicken parm the other day on Mother's Day, and I'm like, every time I have chicken parm, I think of you. And shout out to I don't know, maybe it's not as good as like what your probably isn't as good as your mom's, but Seed to Table. they have some good like pre-made chicken parm.
Never tried it.
And it's like you can get buy one get one, but you can like I don't know. I buy them on Tuesdays.
He's gonna come over and have some.
I need to have some real chicken parm, but dude, it was so. Anyways, continue.
No, so we we grew up just like any. I think that's another thing is it's so relatable to Italians. Every Sunday, everyone, all of us, we're all together, all the Italians, everyone in the world. So every Sunday we'd get together, and no one really gets it. That's why only kind of the Italians and other family cultures, but I love my parents. They're my best friends. That's so cool. My brother is my best friend. My mom is my best friend. My dad, my sister, my niece, obviously my wife and kids. But it's just, they're like, oh, you have no friends. I'm like, I do have a lot of friends. Like I work with my best friend. I have tons of friends, but it just, I always find myself like, I got the kids. I just get in the car and I go to mom's. It's just what it is. It's what I've always done. And
that's cool.
I hang out with my mom and dad. We play cards, we drink, we hang out. That's just what it's always been.
Yeah, it's like they're like honestly your best friends. They've transitioned from like mentors and parents to like, I mean, I can't help it, but like, man, I just want to hang out with my dad and they get me. I can be myself.
Everyone always asks like, and I'm just like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just what it is. I just go to my parents' house.
Yeah. So you've also got them to like, I mean, your parents are, I mean, age doesn't really matter, but they're not like the typical people you would see doing dances on TikTok and stuff. And I mean, even your dad and mom, and I think maybe your sister and some of your family, they all get on and, they're always doing dances and, that's cool that you've gotten them to like, did they enjoy the intention? Like,
oh man. So mom, she acts, everyone knows how mom acts on camera. Like, get away from me. She loves that shit.
Yeah.
When she gets stopped in public, which she gets stopped
quite a bit. Yeah, she's like a little local celeb.
A couple times a month. She gets stopped. She eats that shit up. Like immediate text her call, Nikki, I just got noticed at Costco. I'm like, nice, mom.
Yeah.
Things like that. Dad.
That's so cool.
Yeah, mom. So as a little grumpy as she seems, she loves it. And then dad fucking loves the attention. That guy was made for the attention.
Yeah, he seems like he would be. I mean, I haven't met him personally, but just from the videos and kind of what I've seen and talked to you about, he seems like.
Yeah, so like I am my father and my brother is my mother. That's what everyone says. Vinny hates the camera. That's my brother, Vinny. Like you probably don't know what he looks like. Yeah. Vinny is non-existent.
I can tell he's not.
He sits in a room. He reads comic books. He plays his video games. He wants nothing to do with anybody. He's like the
complete opposite.
Yeah, Vinny's complete. We're like best friends in the world, me and Vinny, but complete opposites. Because I'm like my dad. Like I'm happy. Like people will message like, oh, I was scared. I saw you guys. I was scared to come up. Come up if I'm eating dinner. Like we love, like you just come, you're like a part of the family. We just start talking. You're like, we don't care.
Yeah.
And people can attest to that have met us in public.
That's cool. Cause a lot of people, when you turn, like we were talking earlier, like they're the biggest characters in the world. And then you hit record and they're like,
yeah,
you're like, what? Hey, well, what happened? Where did the personality go? You were just being hilarious. And now you hit record and all of a sudden something changes. But
yeah, I've heard a lot of that. Like a lot of these, famous content makers and stuff, they're completely different. They're just like outside the camera and on the camera. Me, I'm the same person except at night when I'm on my couch. Like I don't want to talk to anyone. I'm tired. I'm quiet.
Yeah.
But I'm just, nice.
You're
I'm a good person.
So, okay. One question I've always wondered about going viral is what dealing with the haters. I don't, I've had a few comments on some things, but very minimal compared to probably what you deal with. So like, how do you, like, does it get to you? Do you read them? I mean, I know it's easy to be like, screw everybody or whatever, but like, how does it really bother you or have you gotten used to it?
So, the haters, when my page was blowing up, there were a lot of them. Less now, still a good amount. But I always used to like make jokes about their mom. And then I was like, shit, they're really nasty things to me. And I say something about their mom. And then they're like, I was like, man, my parents, they were like yelling at me, like, you got to stop. Like, these people are going to kill you. Like, they're going to, like, some people are psychotic. Like, they're going to come find you. I'm like, yeah, maybe I should stop talking about their moms.
Yeah.
But like me, like you talking about my family.
You just go right for the jug.
Man, I go right for the throat. So like recently I noticed a lot of haters have like pictures of their pets.
Yeah.
Like their dog. Like a lot of people with dog profile pictures, no videos, talk shit. And then if you do go on their profile, it's like all videos of their dog.
Yeah.
So it's easy. I just hit them. Like they comment, I go to their picture, I go, and then I comment back. your dog's fucking ugly. And that's it. Conversation, I win. You're done.
You're right. It's interesting. We were talking off camera before about you're right. Like I don't get very many. Sometimes like I don't know. It'll be like a landscape lighting picture, and somebody will comment like, something's not up to code or whatever. And you're like, oh gosh, is something like not up to code? And what, I missed something? And then you go looking like, who is this guy? Is he like a county, inspector or something? And then you find out like, it's got a picture of his Great Dane or something, and like nothing else. And you're like, oh man, like,
so it's like, who the heck is this?
Who has like the time to just like sit around and be negative? And I mean, everybody's had that moment where you want to type something, but I'm like, I don't need that bad karma. So I just kind of leave it be. But
it was a lot of, so the one that used to piss me off so much is like, oh, you live off mommy and daddy. Like I'm just like, you people have no idea. Like dad came from nothing. Like he owned Tropicana routes, sold those, started his own business. He almost sold everything when we were in high school. Like he was selling everything because he lost the business. He found this business, and my brother went to college. I went to college at UCF, graduated from FAU, and then I was like, I'm just gonna go work. Help dad grow the business. The business is doing good.
Yeah.
Like, what am I gonna? I'm not going out and getting a corporate job. I can't work for anyone. This is how I go to work. I can't wear a suit. I can't do that. So, and then my brother came, and then my best friend Dennis and my Aunt Donna is like the accountant, and we grew the business probably in the last 10 years like 5x. So everyone's always like this, that, and then I started a Christmas company. I started with $0, and I've grown it to almost $1 million business. Also, like, smart, TikTok following started coming in. I said, Renata, I think it's my wife, Renata. I'm like, I think it's a great idea. Like, you get your real estate license.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, how do people make money on TikTok? I don't get paid. I don't make money from TikTok. Like, I don't. Maybe
I think people think that
$200 a month from views. Like, no sponsorships. Like, I probably need a manager. I should probably get a manager. But so I was like, Renata, you got to get your real estate license. She gets the real estate license. We start promoting it on TikTok because, like, these people, like, super nice people. The people we sell houses to, that she sells houses to, like, we become very good friends with. It's great. But I was like, this is an opportunity. People, Naples, Marco Island is a very awesome place.
Yeah, for
Vacation homes, full time. So she got her real estate license, and I think, what'd she do, like 20 million in real estate sales last year?
Is that coming just from TikTok mostly?
Mostly from TikTok.
That's insane. I did not know that.
I'm smart.
No,
right?
that is it is a smart transition because I think I've even wondered that, like, do you make money off TikTok? Because I think you think, oh man, it's got 10 million, followers and all this different stuff, and it's like, yeah, I think it's probably done. Again, just my own like observation is that if Corey is famous and you click on my page, well, then I have merch or whatever. And that's actually where you make money, is people are coming to they're calling you for real estate, but it isn't just like, maybe like your really big Ashton Hall, people like that, or that are like making, big, making money off of like sponsor deals there. But I've always wondered that. So
yeah, that was the big thing. So, she makes more money than me.
Yeah.
But I couldn't do the reels. I could have done it, but I got my main job, the Christmas lights. I was like, I can't handle real estate too.
Yeah.
So you gotta, if you want to.
So she's like your sugar mama.
She's great. Yeah, she's my sugar mama. She's doing great. So yeah, that's kind of when people ask, did you make money from TikTok? No, but yeah, that's how we made our money. Make money from TikTok.
That's cool. So do you get recognized out? Like you say your mom does, do you get recognized around?
It's like once a week. And believe it or not, it's like never in Naples or Marco. I mean, occasionally in Naples or Marco, which you would think because people come visit, but it's always when we go like Bahamas. I feel like Justin Bieber. Like when I'm in the Bahamas, I think we got stopped like 30 times in 3 days.
Kidding.
I'm like, and they're like, I'm like, where are you from? Long Island. Like, oh, nice. Hey. And
that's
then,
cool.
Someone else stopped. Where are you from? Where you
That's
from?
kind of got to be
Long
a cool
Island.
feeling though. Like it's like
Long
before you're
Island.
like famous, it's like, I'm guessing like I was like, it'd be fun to be like famous for like a week just to see what that's like.
Cool.
But then I can see how it could get really annoying.
No, I enjoy it. Like I said, I enjoy it. But it's just funny because I don't even have to. They're all from New York. Everyone that stops me because my mom's from Brooklyn. It's all New York Italian stuff. But so that's where the following comes from.
So who's your biggest? Do you have anybody like famous following you? Like what's that? You got anybody? Are you able to see that?
I mean, sometimes you don't see it come in, but I know Haley. Like when Haley Bieber followed me, Haley Bieber follows me.
Cool.
And I was like, I messaged her like 3 times, like Haley, like, You gotta come. You gotta come over for chicken cutlets.
Yeah.
You and Justin, you gotta come over.
You gotta come.
Obviously, no response.
Yeah.
Like Bethany Frankel, people like that.
And you just had Jennifer Gardner.
Jen Gardner.
Hit you up for a video you did with your daughter.
Jen, if you're watching this, we can make a good commercial.
Yeah.
We can make a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jen, because she owns Once Upon a Farm, which my kids eat these pouches. Like,
yeah, that was a funny video. And you've got a lot of like free gear. I mean, that was another video you got.
Stuff. I get
which is still cool. I mean, that's better than nobody's sending me. Chick-fil-A ain't sending me no free Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A was. I wish Chick-fil-A. You get a lot of bull crap. Like in the emails, like, oh, I'll send you this for free, and it's like, guys, I can only accept so much free things and make videos because then your page just turns into spam.
Yeah.
So I really stopped. Like, I don't really.
It's got to be something you really,
unless I really want it.
Unless you really want it.
Yeah. Like someone sent Natalie a bike. I was like, sure, I'll make a video, and things like that. I'll say yeah.
If it's big enough or whatever. So hey, if you want Nikki to do something, better make it cool. Find out what he likes, and then send it this way.
Cookies.
Yeah.
Pasta.
I mean, that seems like that's what somebody's missing out on, is some pasta company or something like going after, because that is like you're just natural. Yeah. I know your shirt, you got like a Dipsky Sunday or whatever, which I need to get one of those. But
you do.
Okay, so I kind of want to land this sucker, land this plane, because I know we could go for days. But so I wanted to kind of ask you some rapid fire questions here. So what's something that people get wrong about you?
That I'm a dick. They think I'm just an obnoxious kid.
Looking for a fight.
Yeah, no, not even that. Like, they just think I'm annoying, I'm obnoxious, and I'm like, I really, like I said earlier, I'm just a nice person. Like, I'm a nice guy. Like, I like to talk, and I make the jokes with my mom, but I always say that's our relationship.
Yeah.
And they get that image of me.
Yeah.
We
can
curse.
Tell there's real love there.
Yeah, it's love. We curse, we joke. That's just what it is. But like, I'm not a dick.
Yeah. I can tell. I mean, I can tell. Like I said, I haven't been over, but I can tell that there's like true love there. What's the worst DM you've gotten?
The worst DM I've gotten.
Like, have you just like something that's just been awful where you're like, I just can't even.
Just like, I mean, I've gotten, death threats.
Yeah.
During COVID, it was like, you weren't stopping us from being together. And then these nut jobs would just message like, you're killing people. I'm like, guys, this is absurd. This is absurd. I'm at my mom's house with my mom and dad and my siblings.
It's kind of scary though.
Yeah, and I'm like, all right, kill me, I guess. Like, I dare you.
I had a video like one time somebody said, I know where you live now or something. That kind of freaked me out, because it could have been just some kid messing with me, but it was enough for me to be like, oh man, I noticed in my video that I had my address, number. I don't know. I mean, dude, I'm a nobody, but I was just like,
anyone can find anything nowadays. So it's like, why? I'm not going to worry about it.
Yeah, that scared me. What lights you up right now? Like, what's something that you're just happy, excited about, something coming up in the future?
What lights me up right now? I mean, as exhausted as I am, it's, my daughters, the three of them, like watching them grow. Natalie's turning 7, Noelle's turning 4, Lulu's turning 2. And just, watch it. All they do is gymnastics, run around the house. So I try it's not looking forward to, but I try to embrace it, even though we're exhausted, right?
Yeah.
We get home, we're exhausted.
Yeah.
And anyone with kids could relate. We're all exhausted, but you got to take in. I try to put my phone down when I get in and just, enjoy. 'Cause I know like that, you remember you were 10 years old running around the house, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for
33, sure. You're a little older.
Yeah. We just found out I'm like 10 years older than Nikki. I thought we were like closer to the same age.
So it's not really what I'm looking forward to. It's just trying to enjoy the moments, because we're all on our phone. I'm on the phone all the time, It's just a habit. Even with business, it's like I try to separate the two, but really it's just been taking in those moments, like with the girls, because it's going to go fast. So that's kind of like, the bright spot of my life right now.
Yeah.
And so pretty much.
All right. Christmas movie. What's your favorite Christmas movie?
Elf. Everyone knows this.
I was pretty sure
everyone knows
Elf.
this.
Bro, for me, it's got to be Home Alone. I'm a Home Alone.
I love Home Alone.
Home Alone, and I think they might be coming out with a new one, by the way. don't confirm that, but basically, real quick. Now, I may be wrong. I may have fell for some fake video, but
I don't know if Kevin McAllister's coming back.
I don't know. This could be
though.
like some fake thing, but I saw somewhere that basically the wet bandits or whatever were getting out of jail and we're coming back, and now Kevin's an adult and he's got kids. and they're coming after him, like get him or something, and he's I don't know.
I'd give it a watch.
I mean, I would watch it too. Yeah, I would totally watch it. I miss Christmas movies. Secret thing is I've been like trying to write a Christmas movie, believe it or not. Like I've been trying to write like a Christmas movie. I've got a lot of it. It's actually, I think it's really good, but nonetheless, yeah, I just miss classic Christmas movies, dude. I just miss like that wholesome, like just dumb comedy. Like there's always gotta be something, no agenda. It's just like family. I think that's what people want, but I mean, I just want to.
That time of year is just the best. Just
yeah,
Christmas
it is.
Movies on repeat.
That's why I got into it too. Just magical for me. My Christmas, my upbringing was similar in the sense of Christmas was a big deal. Christmas Eve was like I was like the kid that couldn't sleep and was freaking Macaulay Culkin running around the house just like jacked. But so where can people find you? Like where can people find you social?
Yeah, so TikTok, Instagram, it's at Nicky Frizz. You can find me in the Da Vinci's Plaza on Marco Island. usually once or twice a week, in that plaza eating dinner. You can find me on Fifth Ave. You know, we work down, work on our Fifth. Office is, it's actually now we moved by Tint City, but I'll be walking Fifth Ave and, you can find me at Nicky Frizz. Yeah. FRIZZZ 3 Z's.
Yeah. And we'll put them in the show notes. And then your Christmas light company is ElfBros.
ElfBros.com.
ElfBros.com.
Me and my brother.
Yeah.
And, he likes his time, so he's not as involved, but like we started it together. Yeah. And, so that's
cool. My brother does Christmas lights in Kansas City. My cousin does Christmas lights in Kansas City. So it's kind of become a family now. I was the one that kind of got him started, taught him all the skills, but it's cool to like be able to talk. Actually, my brother-in-law in Kansas City also has gotten into Christmas lights. So nice. It's kind of becoming a family business. But anyways, so thank you so much for being the first guest on the Brighter Side podcast. And I appreciate your time, dude. And it was so good getting
this was good. It was Corey's first podcast, his first episode ever. So like and follow it. It was my first time being on a podcast, and this was productive.
Yeah, it was good. So that's it. Until the next episode, we'll see you guys on the next one.
Thanks, guys.